We have a 2006 Jaguar X-Type with a faulty gearbox code on startup. So we're going to remove the J-gauge shifter and replace it with another one from eBay. This is going to be a quick tutorial how to get to the J-gauge shifter, because I've already done it and there's nothing that I've seen on YouTube. So I'm going to show you how to quickly access to the gauge shifter. First, as you can see, I've already removed the radio because I didn't know any better. You don't need to remove the radio, and there's plenty of other authors out there on how to get access to radio, but you do need to remove the ashtray and the trim. And so here's to remove the trim. You just open up the ashtray, you're gonna grab it like here, and you're just gonna pop it out. And once it's popped out, just throw it on the floor. Ashtray has two wire harnesses in the back for the lighter. So what we're going to do is just, the screws are right here. There's two of them here. Once they're removed, you're gonna remove the ashtray, throw that on the floor, and these are the two wire harnesses that go to that connect to the lighter. Once you have access to the top, I've removed a couple of the Torx screws, so we're going to remove the rest of the Torx screws. Alright, once these 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Torx screws are removed, now you can have access to the center console elbow rest. And the hardest part that I found was actually removing the this piece. I had to get I tried with a razor blade, tried with a flathead screwdriver, and eventually came out with a flathead screwdriver. So basically you're just going to remove this piece of rubber, and you'll have access to 3 Torx bit, and I've already loosened it up, so I'm just going to remove the 3 Torx bits by hand. Okay, it's not so easy. Once you've done that, you're going to loosen the sleeve, the leather sleeve off of this parking brake. Let's see if I can get access to it. You just slide it over, and it pops out. So you'll just throw that on the side, and then over here there's a screw, Phillips. I don't know if you can see it right there. So you're going to remove that, and then once that's out, there's tabs on the inside trim, and I'm going to show you right there. Right there, that's what it looks like. You're going to grab that with your hand, and you're going to squeeze the tab on the inside and release it from the inside. Once it's released, there are several of them. This trim panel is going to just literally pop right out. There you go. Once that's out, gently toss it in the back, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side of the car. I've already done it. You're going to remove this bracket, toss that out, and this. Be careful, because this is a cabin sensor, and there's wire harnesses to there, so don't just go pulling out this center console. So you're just going to lift it up, and the wire harness is below. And let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like, because I've already removed it. So you're just going to gently pinch this, release right up here, and then you're going to pull it out. And once it's out, you're just going to rest this in the back. There's another piece of wire back here. You don't need to disconnect that. Let's see if I can show it to you. Oops. There's a wire here over here, and it connects to this piece, and I think this is the sensor for the key fob, so we're not even going to touch that. So once this center console elbow rest is flipped up, you're going to go ahead and remove this walnut knob. Toss that out there. There are 4 on the floor, and you're going to need to remove those bolts with a 10mm socket. Once it's removed, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see I've removed it already. There is on the other side. This cable locking lever has already been removed, and basically what I just did, it took a flathead screwdriver and popped it out. Once that's popped out, there's also a release pin here. You're going to see that right there, little release pin. What you're going to do is you're going to pull it out, and then once you pull it out, this whole assembly comes out. Can't do it from here, so we're going to do it from the top. Show you what it looks like from up here. There's this pin that you showed, and once you pull that out, pull the pin out. It's hard to do with one hand. There we go. Okay, so once you've released this pin here, there's the pin I pull. This whole cable comes out of the housing. Now I've got access to the J-gauge shifter, and there's one more wire harness to remove.
Now picture your same TV within your welcome sound.
The wire harness is down here. So what we're gonna do is pinch the release, and the wire harness comes off. Now that the wire harness is off, we should have complete access to the shifter and remove it. Make sure there's no wire harnesses that are in the way. There we go. And that's what the shifter looks like. So I'm gonna remove it. There's some more Torx bits you can see down here. They're removed from the housing. Once it's out, I'm going to order this piece on eBay, replace it, and hopefully that'll fix the gearbox fault. All right, hope that helps you guys.